Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. In this video, we're going to be checking out a brand new poster for the upcoming Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie, and it gives us a great look at some of the villains that are going to be appearing in the Ghostbusters sequel movie. So guys, the whole Ice Age and Frozen Empire aspect definitely got me more excited for this movie than it did for the original Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this movie. As I say, the villains look great. The whole Ice Age aspect gets me more excited for this movie. It looks so fun. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into this article. We're going to have a bit of a read about the upcoming Frozen Empire movie. And then we're going to take a look at the poster in more detail and see what information we can gain from it. So guys, let's jump over to the article and have a read about the movie. So, landing over here on the Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, poster unleashes a terrifying new threat on New York City as Slimer returns. So, an awesome new poster for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire has been released, and as well as unleashing a terrifying threat on New York City, we get to see the return of a franchise icon, Slimer. Let's check it out. Yeah, I absolutely love what they've done with this sequel, Frozen Empire. As I say at the beginning, guys, I love the whole kind of new Ice Age and villains kind of showing up and all the icy kind of, theme that they've done over New York City. I think it's really fun, it's really engaging, it's something new that I haven't seen before from the Ghostbusters IP. And like I say, it definitely gets me more excited for the sequel rather than the original Ghostbusters Afterlife. I mean, I thought that was a pretty cool movie and it was still good, I still enjoyed it, but having this kind of fresh, unique spin of the Ice Age and the ice powers and, the villains showing up in the middle of a New York covered in ice, I think is super cool. And it just gets me more excited for the Ghostbusters franchise. And I can't wait to see what they do with it. But let's keep reading. So, Sony Pictures has released a new poster for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And as well as teasing a mysterious new big bad and its monstrous ally, we're sure you won't have missed the return of a beloved fan favourite, Slimer. Everybody loves Slimer. Yes, it's indeed Slimer. Often referred to as Ugly Little Spud, Slimer first appeared in 1984's Ghostbusters as a gluttonous and mischievous ghost. Later depicted as a friendly character, he has become a mascot for the team, and he has made appearances in various films, cartoons, and merchandise. He's definitely one of those iconic characters when it comes to Ghostbusters. You think of Ghostbusters, some of the first imagery that you think of is Slimer. Obviously, you think of like Echo 1, you think of the, the plasma guns, and stuff like that. But Slimer is definitely up there as something you think of when you think of the Ghostbusters franchise. It's been confirmed the sequel won't be using another villain from the past, which is good. We always want something new, something fresh, a new take on the IP to bring in new fans, get people excited. So bringing Slimer back is a smart way to keep fans happy. What role he'll have in this new story as New York City finds itself frozen in the middle of summer remains to be seen. The fact that it's frozen in the middle of summer as well and having that kind of contrast between it actually being summer but being frozen kind of just goes to show off the kind of Ice Age Frozen aspect even more, and I think that's kind of cool, the contrast there. So earlier this year, Ghostbusters icon Dan Aykroyd shared his thoughts on Frozen Empire and suggested it gave everyone involved faith in continuing the franchise after 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife finally gave most fans the prequel they had been waiting for. So Dan Aykroyd goes on to say the following: "When we marry the old lore with some of the new traditions of these 4 spectacular new performances, you get a blend in service of a really neat New York story that gives us faith in carrying on with the Ghostbusters concept. We've never done this to Manhattan before. There's a historical base to it. That's quite beautiful. We took full advantage of CGI technology, but we also, where we could, kept old school effects alive." Yeah, guys, having a blend of like CGI, modern CGI techniques with old school practical effects. So for example, if you've got a monster, a ghoul, or a ghost of some kind on screen, you would have an actual physical monster kind of there on screen, and then you would heighten that monster or that asset with, CGI to give it its own flair, to give it its own personality. And having the blend of old school effects with CGI can make a film really pop, give it its own flair, and I think it's a good way to go for Ghostbusters. And I think it will make the film look really, really cool and give us something that maybe we haven't seen before. So guys, we're going to read the synopsis for the film, just for those of you who may not have know what the film is about. We're going to take a look at the poster and read some comments on the poster, and then we'll finish off the video. So let's go down and read the synopsis. In Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the Spengler family returns to where it all started, the iconic New York City firehouse, to team up with the original Ghostbusters, who have developed a top-secret research lab, taking busting ghosts to the next level. But when the discovery of an ancient artifact unleashes an evil force, Ghostbusters new and old must join forces to protect their home and save the world from a second Ice Age. That sounds really fun, guys. That sounds really great. As I say, having the kind of Ice Age kind of, you know, Manhattan covered in a blizzard and icicles and stuff, I think that's really fun. So the movie has the following cast, guys. I'm not going to try and read the cast list because I'll butcher the names. So if you need to, just pause the video, have a read of it for yourself, guys, and then continue when you're ready. So, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire arrives in theaters on March 29th, 2024. So, it's not far away, guys. It's really not that far away. It's only a few months to go. So, we're going to get a lot more marketing material, a lot more images, maybe another trailer. So, there's going to be more to come. And when there is, guys, I'll update the channel. So, make sure you stay tuned. So, we've got the actual post, Instagram post here with the new poster on it. We're going to hop over to Instagram, look at the poster in more depth, and then we'll read some of the comments before we finish off the video. So, landing over here on the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire new poster in all its glory, guys. As we can see here, it's just kind of zoomed out for now so we can get the entire picture. Then we'll zoom in and take a deeper look. But yeah, so we've got Echo 1, we've got the Ghostbusters, we've got this kind of almost like lizard, like ghost looking thing in the middle. We've got the big bad main villain in the back. We've got Slimer trying to be a cool kid as well, and then we've got Manhattan covered in ice, which looks amazing. I really love the aesthetic and the theme. You know, we've got these giant icicles, spiky icicles everywhere, the lightning behind, and as I say, the big bad villain looks really cool. We got to see the you know, we got to see the villain at the end of the tease, at the end of the last trailer, and but it was kind of silhouetted, so we didn't see much. But let's zoom in. So what can we see when we're zoomed in? So in the back, obviously, we have the Manhattan Bridge covered in ice. We have these kind of specters that look like ghosts. They're going to be the kind of henchmen to the big bad villain, I would imagine. We've got the villain here in the background. We can see a bit more detail than what we saw in the trailer. As I say, it was silhouetted at the time. So we've got these huge horns. The eyes are glowing. Got spiky shoulders here. These long kind of thin arms that are really creepy. Giant claws as well. Looks as though it's a very tall villain. Can't really make out any legs or any kind of body details in this picture because, you know, the mist and the snow is kind of covering him. But it looks really cool, really ominous, very creepy. Exactly kind of the tone that you want in a Ghostbusters movie. Looks great. You got Slimer here in the background. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing, but he's trying to blend in with the cool kids by the look of it, and trying to be scary. But, you know, Slimer's just there for comedic value. He's there to kind of branch the old Ghostbusters into the new. He's one of the iconic kind of classic things that you think of when you think of Ghostbusters, as we've already said earlier in the video. In the middle, we've got this huge kind of almost worm monster ghost. I'm not even sure how you describe what this thing is. It's got a giant mouthful of sharp teeth here. It's got this dangly thing on its head. These creepy long arms with, again, massive claws, similar to the main villain up here. And whether this is going to be like a pet of the villain in some way or kind of like an ally or another villain, it's hard to tell at this point, but very scary, very cool at the same time. Love the design. Very, very creepy aesthetic. Absolutely perfect for Ghostbusters. Then we've got in the foreground, we've got Echo 1, which looks amazing. Just brings me back to childhood memories collecting the Ghostbusters toys when I was a kid. And I think it's really cool. We've got the Ghostbusters here with their red jackets on, and the red jackets kind of really contrast against the ice and the snow in the image, and it makes the Ghostbusters pop in the image, so it looks really good. We've got snow falling. We've got these giant icicles sticking out of the bottom. It looks really amazing, guys. They really did a great job with the icy kind of snowy aesthetic in the image. And Ghostbusters Frozen Empire coming soon in premium large formats and IMAX. I think this is going to be great to see in IMAX, you know, with all this visual effects around Manhattan. It looks great. Let's just zoom out again to see the image in its entirety. So yeah, main villain, we got this kind of big ghoul, worm, ghost looking thing, whatever the technical name for it might be. Slimer, we've got these specters around the back. And then we've got the Ghostbusters and Manhattan covered in ice. Looks fantastic, guys. Gets me hyped for the film. As I say, the kind of the snowy, icy, Ice Age aesthetic really does it for me. I've got really hyped about this movie. A lot more than the first movie. And yeah, I can't wait to see it. Comes out in March, so it's not long to wait. But guys, let's read some of the comments about this poster before we finish off the video and just see what some of the film fan community are saying about it. So let's go down and read the comments on this post, guys, and see what people are saying. So, I'm on the case. That's cool. So, we've got a fan here who's outside of the actual Ghostbusters HQ in New York, by the look of it. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. We've got the Ghostbuster sign here, and it's got some Christmas decoration. That's cool. I would love to visit that sometime. This poster, frozen emoji. Yeah, it's definitely giving that kind of vibes. So it's that deep of a freeze. I like it. Yeah, the whole city is frozen over, so it's definitely a deep freeze, that's for sure. I'm excited about a few things. This new Ghostbuster movie gets me cartoon vibes from when I was a kid, and how they would have different monsters. Thanks for that. Also, it looks like they got Slimer back. This following media potentially sensitive content, so I'm not going to click on that, guys, because I don't know what it is. When our Venkman character post is dropping, there is, I believe, from a magazine, a cinema magazine, I can't remember, it may be Empire, there are exclusive images with the OG Ghostbusters and Paul Rudd. I think it's from Empire magazine. So if you guys just go on Google, type in Empire magazine and Ghostbusters, it'll probably come up with it if you want to see those. But yeah, it's so cool to see the OG Ghostbusters in here. It really is. Obviously takes you back to the 80s, you know, the OG Ghostbusters. We've got the theme tune here being sung out by somebody. The lyrics. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it absolutely is. They've done a great job with the poster. It really is. Who in the hell are you going to cast? It will never work. What? What are they talking about? It's happening. I appreciate the consistency in the poster design with Afterlife. Oh, wow, yeah. So it's literally a kind of almost shot-for-shot poster of the Afterlife, where they got Echo 1, they got the Ghostbusters around it, and then they've kind of got the, you know, the theme of the movie kind of happening in the background, whereas Echo 1's in the forefront with the Ghostbusters. Yeah, that really is very similar to, you know, yeah. You can see, yeah, you've got the monsters in the background, you've got the snowy theme, and then Echo 1 and the Ghostbusters. And then if we go back down again, you can see the, yeah, it's very similar. Very, very similar. That's pretty cool. I like that. Bro thinks he's one of them. Yeah, as I said in the poster, guys, like Slimer's just there kind of floating around thinking he's, you know, thinking he's one of the cool kids. And it's pretty funny. You always know that Slimer's going to give some really fun, good comedic moments. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him, because he's such a funny, you know, he's so funny to see in the Ghostbusters franchise. The Human Torch. What? Human Torch. Why exclusive to theaters at launch? Did they not realize people would rather watch it at home nowadays? No, come on, like, guys, everything, you know, streaming, there's so much content on streaming. Let's actually go out to the theater, watch it on the big screen where it was meant to be watched. You know, these filmmakers, they pour so much, you know, love, sweat, and tears into making these movies to be watched on the big screen. We need to go out and support these movies. We need to keep the theater industry alive. I don't just want to watch movies at home on my computer as I always do. Like, that's boring. I love going to the theater. It's an event, watching a big film on the big screen with fellow film fans where you can all kind of share the experience. That's what it's about. So I'll read a few more, guys, and we'll finish off. I'm so hyped for this. Afterlife was such a perfect love letter to the franchise. I thought it would be greedy to ask for more. Every time I see something from new Frozen Empire, I get more and more excited. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I'm more excited for the Frozen Empire than I was for the original. I'm not sure why. I think it's because of the whole ice thing, and the villain kind of looks a bit more inspired to me this time around. But as I say, the first movie was still pretty good. So, you know what's crazy? I saw the Echo 1 driving down Union Square a couple of months ago. Knew there was going to be a new film, but I didn't think they were bringing it to Dumbo. What? Summer's back. You got Slimer there. Alright, guys, so we'll finish off here as we got this cool little gif of Slimer. He's so funny. So, guys, there we are. A brand new poster that's dropped for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. As I say, it gets me hyped. It looks great. I love the whole thing of Manhattan being covered in ice. We've got this new ominous villain in the background. We can see little details of him, but we can't really make out too much what he's about. And that kind of keeps you guessing. It makes your imagination go into overdrive about where this villain comes from, what he's about, what kind of powers does he have. And then we've got that kind of monster in the middle of the poster as well, where it's kind of like, I don't know what it is, like a demon, ghost, ghoul. I'm not really sure what it is, but it looks really cool. And I'm really interested to have the OG Ghostbusters and it to be set in Manhattan as well. That's going to be really, really cool to see. So, guys, I throw it off to you. What do you think about this poster? Does it get you more excited for Frozen Empire and the Ghostbuster franchise? And we haven't got long to wait, as I say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. I will see you soon.